I'm gonna do a Get Ready With Me. I got invited, or I want an invite to the karaoke party that Universal Music Indonesia is hosting, and I haven't done an event like this in quite a while. Last time I did this was in London, and in London I was like the ultimate fangirl, you know. I did everything possibly I could, but I haven't done one in Jakarta, and right now I'm like going back to my fangirl roots, and this is so freaking exciting. This is so freaking exciting. I love going to like fangirl events. It makes me very happy. Extremely grateful that I get to, you know, enjoy and celebrate the artists that I love and things that I enjoy and like again. Not because like necessarily like I didn't have things that I'm hyper fixated on or that I enjoy, and I've, you know, I've broadened my horizons a little bit and whatnot, but like the idea of like going to a fan event for an artist that I enjoy and like and listen to and collect sets of, that to me is so freaking amazing. Also, like, I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. I'm trying my best to do like a natural look kind of, but like I don't know. So this is like the way that I've been doing my makeup since like forever. A few pimples now here and there. It is so annoying. I've grown pimples in those places, and I don't know why my skin is like breaking out in places where it's not supposed to break out. I don't know about my thoughts about like this whole thing. Under intermission, obviously. Why am I apologizing? Like literally, like I don't know why I'm apologizing. President, I am yours. Intermissions happen. I have a thought that I'm going to be like one of the oldest people in this like karaoke party, and ever since I moved back home to Jakarta, like the people or the new people that I met have often told me that I look younger than my actual age, which, you know, I take it both as a compliment and an insult, because I like being complimented that I look younger than my actual age, which means that, like, you know, I can get away with more things, I guess, in society. It is also an insult to injury to be like, oh, like my current big age is, you know, not taken seriously, and also like I'm not where my peers are supposed to be in, and my peers currently are like getting married, having babies. What am I doing? I'm going to a karaoke party held by Universal Music Group Indonesia for early 20-year-olds. I'm turning mid-20s in the end of the year. Yes, like, because Olivia Rodrigo's fan base is always slightly younger now. I mean, I grew up with Olivia Rodrigo, so I watched Aardvark, and then I watched High School Musical, the musical series, and then she went solo. So I was there when Driver's License came out, and I was one of the first people who, like, yeah, but like, nobody needs to know that, like, this is not like an idea of fans and whatever, because fans are fans, whether you like it or not. I'm very scared and deadly afraid that, like, I will be meeting, like, actual 20-year-olds who like speak a different language other than the fangirl language, and like I know I'm gonna have fun in this karaoke party. I'll be talking to like 20-year-olds who like don't have full-time jobs and probably are in university and stuff. I also found out that like Universal Music Group Indonesia is like holding a listening party to Gracie Abrams, which is also my top favorite artist of all time. However, I can't go to that listening party because I'm going to Mitski. Mitski's having a concert, and I'm so excited. I haven't seen Mitski since 2022 in Leeds, so now that she's going to Jakarta, I got tickets, and I'm going to sing my heart out, and hopefully I'm gonna have fun with like sad girl music that I love. Also, our new album, Nothing's Going to Happen to Me, actually like came out at a pretty good time in my life. It's so beautifully written. It's very much like Puberty 2 has like an adult sense. Also, the 10th anniversary of Puberty 2 recently came out as well, and Mitski has a cover of Fireproof by One Direction, and having like One Direction in the big 2026 is like a very, very big deal. Thank you, Mitski, in general, for gracing us with the cover of Fireproof. I was so excited about that. Me talking about Mitski right now, nothing's going to happen to me. Nothing's going to happen to me is if Puberty 2 has an older sister, and this older sister is like in her 30s and she's wise and she keeps on making the same mistakes that the younger sister in Puberty 2 came to know and love and have. The announcement came out that like she's coming to Jakarta. I immediately bought tickets and all that. So it was so fun. Like, I love my indie artists. On my wedding day, I really want Nobody by Mitski to play. Either if it's on repeat, if it's not on repeat, it's also fine. It'll be okay. To Olivia Rodrigo, I enjoyed her album. It's the perfect album for anybody who's going through a breakup or who's in love in their early 20s. I think she captured the essence really, really, really well. And also, I didn't bring my powder today, so to my grandma's house. By the way, I'm in my grandma's house. I cried the first time I listened to Honeybee because it reminded me of the time I was like super in love. Like, I kept on thinking like, oh, when does this end? When will this end? And why would I let a good thing go, right? Reminds me of like when I was like in trenches of like falling in love. It is a happy song, but it's also a really, really sad song. I think after Honeybee and then Yumi equals Love, Maggots for Brains, My Way, I think I related to My Way a lot. And it's not because like I think it was like super totally Spice coded or Supergirl coded, because they use Supergirl, they used My Way for the Supergirl trailer, but because I do think like little bits of like Olivia's album remind me of like when I was in a relationship, which makes no sense because my relationship and like Olivia and Louis' relationship are like super totally different. And then the You're So Sad part, I did not cry at Less, but when Expectations came out, the first like verse, and I sent that to like all my friends during the first week of the release, and they're all just like, oh, this is your ex. Like, yeah. You know, Olivia has a point that is like, you do not settle for a guy with a fake job, and at the time I was settling for a guy with a fake job. He has no job, but like that was my prerogative. Anyway, Olivia Rodrigo's album, I listened to it like for the whole month. I even like had the cassette and everything. I did not bring the cassette for this listening party. Very glad that they didn't cut any songs, because apparently in the vinyl version they cut a lot of the songs during the pressing, so it could have like just one album with two sides. But for this one, nah. If they cut like the end of Maggots for Brains, I'll probably like, I don't know, like my favorite part of Maggots for Brains is the ending, and like apparently in the vinyl, in one of the versions of the vinyl, they cut that. So I'm done. This is a finished vlog. Wait 1 second. Yeah, I am ready. So now I'm gonna go.